When I was a little girl, my family moved from Texas to Ohio and moved to a place where we knew no one. Additionally, my mom and dad both worked and they were gone before I woke up in the morning. So I made my own breakfast. I walked to school alone. I came home alone. I was alone a lot. One day, that began to change. I was walking to elementary school and someone grabbed my hand. When I looked up, even though I didn't really see someone like physically there, it was my papa, and we walked to school. After that experience, I went home and I asked my mother to tell me everything about her dad. I learned that he was in World War II. I learned that he was a milkman for Borden's. My favorite story was from my mom and her sisters, where they loved to talk about dancing with their daddies, putting their little toes on his big shoes and dancing around. Each story they told me made him real to me, and that started a fire that just kept growing. In my teenage years, I pestered my grandmother with lots of questions, and soon I realized I was only going by half. Every story and every new person I learned about was on my mom's side of the family, not my dad's. Because years earlier, there was a family feud, and I felt like it was a broken bridge. Like I couldn't get across this bridge to the ancestors that waited on this other side and the stories about them. So I had to wait a number of years for all of the participants in that family feud to pass away. After they had passed, I began reaching out to those on my dad's side. Thankfully, they responded. They told me stories. They shared photos of that side of the family that I'd never seen before. And with each name and each story, my family grew. And I began to feel more complete. I wasn't only researching half a tree. I am so thankful that family history enabled me to rebuild some broken bridges in my family line. With every new discovery that I make from this point forward, every ancestor that I go and learn their stories and add them to my expanding family tree, I know that I belong. And ultimately, I will spend the rest of my life teaching others how to do the same.